All right. Well, welcome everybody to the SGBL Season 5 Spectrier Division Power Rankings. This is Stunt, and joining us is a special guest, Joe Spagat. Joe, welcome.
Hello,
I think most people here should know you, but go ahead.
I'm taking a sip from my drool bucket. 1 second. Mm, that's good. Was a Chien Pao finalist. I got my ass whooped by Carrie Lero. I am a annihilate one trick, and I bring wacky and usually bad sets. But stunt here keeps me grounded.
Yeah, I'm here to keep Joe grounded, and I think what's interesting is Joe probably has a better win variance than I do. I'm pretty conservative, but we're here to judge your teams, not our teams, and that's what makes this a good exercise because you have two professionals judging the shitty players. So without further ado, we'll kind of dive into our scoring system.
Sounds good, sir. And just to give the people some context, Joe Spaghetti is going to be flying by the seat of his pants. I have not looked at many of these teams. I think I glanced at a couple at work. Some of them are shit. Some of them are great. And I'll tell you. But yeah, if you get your feelings hurt, please prove me wrong. Ping me. I'm in the server Discord. I know I'm not participating this season. Send me your replays. If I call your team dog water, show me that it's not. But yeah, I couldn't. I'm not trying to be a goth kid or anything, but I just don't care. But I do want to see the good teams perform well, and I will pick my champion in this power ranking.
Oh, that's beautiful. You know, it's not always about team comp, it's about how you prep and how you play. But if you have a bad team comp, it's almost impossible to do well. So I'm just absolutely thrilled to get into these power rankings. We got who do we got first? It's SF Paul.
Yes.
SF Paul. What a beauty.
You go ahead.
All
You
right.
open up with your thoughts.
Okay. Um, well, looking at the top four, I'm pretty pleased. I see, Dragapult's solid. Quack is good Terra. Tarap is probably the best value in the format, and Moth is a great sweeper. But look at the back half, and you got fraud, fraud, fraud. Corviknight sucks. He's just kind of a U-turn bot. Jolteon, Fake Terra, and Grimmsnarl. That's so Gen 8. And then you got Gastro, and Crocolore is actually a very pick on the value side, and Levani is a fake sticky webs mon. So I think it's a good team. I see where they're coming from drafting, but it's not my favorite. You know, you got a lot of roll compression here with the Terra. Uh, Quack's a really good option. You got the rapid spin, you got the setup. They're just really powerful, but again, a lot to be desired on the back half. It probably functions well in a draft. I just think it's boring. And Levani's just a fake mon. Don't draft that. Joe, what do you think? I'm going to give this a B for week to bundle. How about that?
Love that. Hey, listen. This team is going to get absolutely swamped by anything above a 110 speed tier. That's a decent mon. Dragapult is a great draft mon, but usually it has two sets. Again, please prove me wrong, but it's either the U-turn choice band bot, can be a choice scarf bot, or it's some sort of dragon dance. You can go special to catch people off guard. But if Dragapult is your only good speed mon, yes, I'm calling it now. Jolteon is borderline useless. Even with Terra, that mon is absolute dog if your opponent has a brain. What I do like about this team is Terra Quack will just straight up win games sometimes. It can get out of control really quickly. But you just have to be really careful of Mirror Herb, especially with your team between Tarap, Quack, and Iron Moth. Mirror Herb is like super easy to tech into this team. The thing that I do like about this team is that, yes, there's frauds on the back half, but you know me, Stunt, I'm a Croc Terra believer. That mon
Absolutely.
can absolutely do some gimmicky, wonky, garbage stuff. And I think paired with Gastrodon, it actually can function. So I'm kind of with you. This is a B tier team. Nothing is like screaming out to me that this is amazing. It just seems pretty vanilla, pretty boring. I feel like this is just going to be a middle of the pack. I don't know how many games are in the season, but like a 5-5, a 6-4 team. Probably makes the
So
playoffs.
you're saying like even like back half even team. This is also a knockoff heavy. Like I'm just gonna pack knockoff choice band. You're gonna suffer for it. Tarap doesn't like it. Croc doesn't like it. Dragapult especially doesn't like it with no Terra. This is definitely like you have to be skilled to win with this team. It's not bad, but yeah, B. All right, let's keep it moving.
Sounds good. Okay.
Oh, by the way, just want to let you know they've already played a game, and we're gonna watch it. I'll let you see the matchup first, and then we'll watch it. But a game has already been played, and one of
All
them
right,
was with this
don't tell
team.
me.
Okay.
This is a really good team to me.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm monkey brain, but is that Mega Latios, right? Not Latios?
Yeah. Latios.
Yeah. The seasons that I've played natdex here that has not been legal, that mon's gross. I tried to get it in our duos league that I crapped out on stun on. And there's some drama with the server owner Bahram with that, whatever. Terra Greninja goes stupid. Granted, you're not going to be running Protein a bunch if you are running Terra, but you do have the Claude Terra Tech and then Macargo Terra Tech. I mean, this team just you just bring front six like almost every week, and then you tech in one of Cloud's Eye, or Braviary. Macargo's not real. It's a funny meme. I'm sure that you're going to bring it to a game or two now that I said that, but realistically, your front five is disgusting here. I mean, this team is going to put in nasty work, and I'm a big fan. The speed tiers are solid, and the mons with speed are really, really good. Iron Treads is kind of the goat of hazard control, and yeah, I mean, we don't have to give a full in-depth analysis, but just blanketly, I think Mega Latios Greninja offense is going to go stupid.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that. This is a very well-built team, and the front six, absolutely deadly. You have a good insurance policy in the back with Clodsire going Terra. One of the most annoying mons in the format with Terra. Unaware is a great ability. Same with Water Absorb. You're really just covering a lot of bases here, but the back three are so dog shit.
Agreed.
You got Dusclops is so bad. I wouldn't even draft that. Give me Lopunny. I know we say that every single time. It's like just preaching to the choir, but Dusclops is so bad. I don't think you're going to get any value out of it all season. And if you do, I will. I don't care. I still think it's bad. It just probably means you played bad players. McCargo, great meme. But yeah, this is a really strong team. It'd be a shame if something set up on this team, for instance, and you teched yourself out of a win, maybe. But
Interesting.
I'm going to give this a B minus, maybe C plus, just because I think the back half is kind of useless. And not even back half. It's just the last three. What are you doing? These are bad.
I'll give this team an A, and this team kind of follows my draft philosophy. My front six are going to be godly, and then I'll put the shitters in the back and just tech one or two out every week. The one final gripe I have with this team is I don't know how the points worked out, but I would much rather have Terra Entei over Terra Clodsire or Terra Bravery. But yep. I don't have the doc in front of me, and I can't see how the points worked out. But Terra Entei goes not nasty with this team. If you could somehow make that work post draft,
yeah. Oh, we can take a look at the doc. I think Terra Greninja is like 20 points. It is a great Terra. One thing I'll add is that Terra Greninja benefits tremendously from that generational mechanic. Yeah, because you got Power Bond with Terra. You're actually hitting stuff hard. 103 is not very strong, but Terra just unlocks that specimen. So, I don't think it's that good. Joe thinks it's pretty good. We'll see great success most likely. Mega Latios is a great pick. We'll move on.
All right, go ahead on Frubbles.
Frubbles, okay. Let's see. All right, so there's some obvious problems here when you look at the front two. You say, okay, these are both luxury picks. Palafin theoretically adds something defensively, but in practice, it's really not that good. You have to switch out to unlock its full value. Kyurem is the definition of a luxury pick, but You take a look at that Skeledirge, Superior, Crocodile Core. I see a lot of good, intelligent drafting here. Skeledirge is a phenomenal Terra captain, and you borderline don't even have to bring anything else most weeks. It's going to put in a lot of work. Florges is just a stat hog, and Cavalion is super underweighted. It's underweighted. It's kind of like the RU All Star team picks 4 through 6, but I'm a huge fan. Even the back half, you take a look minus Froakie, Kilo, Colossal, and Muck. They all do their role pretty fine. So let's see. Their hazards look good. Their hazard control is kind of fraudulent because rapid spin from Colossal. Forget about that. Defog from those two. I don't like that. I was going to give it an A minus, but taking a look at the hazard control, you're going to have to start packing boots. I'm going to give it a B.
Yeah, I mean, this is my sleeper agent for maybe the worst team. I hate this team a lot. And again, I'm not trying to be offensive. Palafin is fraudulent in drafts. It's omega easy to prep for. Even if you bring special and catch someone off guard, then that means you brought a special Palafin and it's worthless. Kyurem is the best mon on this team, but I just the Terra captains are so one dimensional. Skeledirge is really really easy to counter between Mirror Herb and just like anything that can like tank special hits. Like special walls are going to be impossible for that thing. Please prove me wrong. Maybe I'm a Giga hater, but like Florges is omega one dimensional. Krook might be the second best mon on this team, followed by Kilo. This team is just it's extremely underwhelming. I just like you said, it's RU superstars, but like after I just saw Mega Lottie Greninja Terra team, like I don't know. I'm not seeing
all right.
this one.
Can we take a look at the speed tiers real quick? Because we have a 125 Kilo. That's suspect. You got a 113 Serp, little suspect too, and a Cavalion. Overall, that is quite fast, but what power do you have? What strong offensive moves exist there? Nothing.
Right. This might be like my sleeper worst team. A team that like it's fundamentally solid, but I think it's like the power level, at least so far that I've seen, this seems to get like its teeth stomped. Please
do you think?
Prove me wrong. I feel like
do you think this would do well?
Eat rocks.
I think this would do well in like a lower division. Like they're just gonna set up. Skeledirge comes in and 6-0s them. This would be like the best team ever for a low tier, right? But allegedly, this is the good players in SGBL. This is the top tier spectrier division. So I don't think it's going to do a lot of work.
Please prove me wrong with this team. Right now, this is D- Stinker Town.
All right, that's definitely lowest so far. Probably. Sorry about that, bud.
From just figuring please prove me wrong. Next, get this shit off my screen. Now we're talking. Oh, mamma mia!
Our real team, good. This good stuff. Joe, go ahead. Tell us why you.
This is fucking royalty, baby. Terra Cortana is nasty work. I don't even think I've seen that thing be allowed to Terra, and I don't want to, man. That mon is so fucking disgusting. Shaman Sky is nasty work with Serene Grace bullshit. She used nasty work with Overheat Spamma. Dude, like would you rather have the RU Doghouse or like triple Uber band like nasty work? And then, again, like maybe it's just my draft philosophy and it's showing. This right now is my favorite team. This is A+ Chef's Kiss from the Italian Stallion.
All right. Yeah, I had A+ too. There's no real bad mon here. Even Registeel is a bit passive, but it fits well. It slots well defensively. And it's just a slap in the face looking at some of these other teams. You got raw power. You choose between your favorite grass type each week with Kartana and Shaman Sky. And as much as I am a Chi-Yu hater, I think it sucks. Like as a 4th or 5th best mon on a team, that's a really good sign. And then the 7-point Araquanid, get the fuck out of here. Who made this? It's I think it's Sir Kill that made these tiers. That was a big mistake, buddy. No offense. I think you did a great job with everything else, but ultra value pick, maybe you put that in there as an Easter egg. This is a great team. Whoever Ace Jake is, you did a great job drafting. Let's take a look at their hazard control. Let's see, defog, no rapid spinners. All right, my one gripe, maybe I'll take this down to an A minus. I think defog is a terrible move. You don't get a lot out of it. You basically waste a turn, and there's no utility there.
But like, I don't know. This is a different conversation. But like, just my feelings on Gen 9, it's like you really don't need spinners. Honestly, you don't even need defogs in draft. Like, I've become a subscriber that like just raw power can just win the game. Like, the turns are too valuable in Gen 9.
That's absolutely true. And you got Araquanid too. Like, imagine if you switch into the Araquanid trying to do some hazard control and it just bops you with a strong Terra Water, Liquidation, or Hydro Pump.
Right.
What now? Terrible day for you, buddy.
So can you confirm for me, are these set up in the order that they were picked?
I think so. I mean, I was the one putting these in, so we can go back and look at it. But yeah, I think so.
Like, this dude getting Lando T at 4th round and Shiyu 3rd round, like that's Omega value, bro. Just great draft. I'm a big fan, Ace Jake. I don't think this is my champion pick, but I think
it's easily the best so far.
If this dude can like get creative with builds, right? Because this team, like, to a fault, is going to be one-dimensional. But like, if this guy can build decently, he can definitely go far.
I mean, can we talk about the Mega Altaria real quick? I've never seen that do particularly well. It's always just kind of died in front of me. But it's got a lot of great tools. You got the Cotton Guard, you got the Dragon Dance, you got the special sets with Pixelate. I think it has a lot of potential, but have you ever seen it do well?
It's just super annoying. Like, I hate prepping against that mon because I always fear good players like building creatively with it. It just feels gross.
It's got a lot of options, and it's great
Omega threatening. Like, you have to respect the Dragon Dance threat. You have to respect Cotton Guard, like you said, but then it will just bust out full special on you. And then it will do some like normal bullshit move that you didn't consider, like a pixelated hyper beam, and you're like, God damn it. So
the hyper beam stuff is crazy. Let's not even talk about that.
Well, you're talking to a madman.
Garbage shit. No, we lost to that. Was it Team Tour? That still pisses me off. That guy bringing that. We'll skip over that. What's next? We got lyrics. This is a mod. All right. I'll take this one.
Sorry, I'm falling asleep at my keyboard.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's a great core, at least with the front 2 picks. I love the Dark Ghost. That's always solid, and Terra Cerulege is great. But I'm saying all this reluctantly because I really don't like it, if you cannot tell. I think it is, frankly, not slow by any means. Like, the slowest mon that you're feasibly bringing is Ursa Luna, and that's 1. The rest are kind of fast, but it's just kind of boring. I think it'll do well. Like, and I
could just see in the Discord already, like, this dude's gonna be like, I don't get it. Why did he hate me? But like, visually, I fucking hate this team. Like, my eyes are telling me that this sucks. But then I'm looking at the stats and stuff. I'm like, oh, this ain't bad. So I don't know what it is. The aura of this team is extremely weak. The vibes are off. But maybe I'm just a Darkrai hater. I'm a Ursa Luna hater. I refuse to use that mon. I don't think it's good.
Dog shit. It just dies, dude. You chip yourself and then you die. Get ready to
learn AV, buddy.
Yeah. Or okay, I quit Flame Orb. Now I'm chipping myself every turn, and I suck and I die.
I think the other thing that's like super underwhelming with this team is the Terra Captains are Omega weak compared to like some busted ones that we've seen between Kartana and Greninja. These Terra Captains are like okay. Like, yeah, you're gonna do the Focus Sash Cerulege set. Yeah, you're gonna. I don't even know what Wo Chen's gonna do. Some Leech Seed garbage, right? You're gonna have to
it's actually good. It's actually good. I promise you. Wo-Chien is a good Terra Captain. No, it's the only thing saving this team. Yes, it is.
You want to know what's saving this team is Tauros Aqua. That mon you can build around. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good mon.
But it's just like it feels like fucking glue and duct tape is holding this team together, man. Like Rotom Wash is really good. I don't know. I'm just underwhelmed. This isn't a team that I would pilot, I guess. I would never draft Glamora. I would never draft Ursaluna. So it's definitely like personal bias, but the aura is like negative 1,000 here.
See, I'm kind of the opposite. I think Glamora is probably the best like roll compression mon in draft, and especially that value 4 to 5. But you look across the roster, nothing's bad. It's going to be hard to prep against, especially when you have Togekiss pick 7 hanging out in the back, hacking you to death. I'll fucking throw my controller through the screen. Yep. But dude, it's annoying. This is just an annoying little team.
Give me
Toxic Spikes. Ugh.
Give me the Kartana, Shaman Sky, Chi-Yu, Lando team, and I will fucking play a game against this guy. And you give me the other guy's team, I will 4-0 this guy so quickly. Sorry.
I don't even think you have to 4-0 him. As long as you don't lose 6-0, like it's a win in my book. This is a boring ass team. I'll give it a B. I think it's really good. Like from like the non-biased perspective, I can't even run through my notes. Does removal suck? No, removal's really good. It's just boring.
Double defog, no rapid spin. If you
no, Glamora's got the mortal spin.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Welcome to Steel type, buddy.
Get ready to learn Chinese. All right. Battle. Yeah, I don't. What do you give it as a score? Because I didn't hear that. D? You don't like it?
Nah, it's not as bad as the other team I saw, the RU Superstars. This is UU Cinema. This is like a C-.
Okay, so that averages to C+. All right, C+ lyrics. Thank you for showing up, buddy.
I'm looking at battle jabs now. Now this team kind of speaking to me.
I hate this team, but it's really good.
Yeah, this seems like something I couldn't like play well, dude. I just for context, guys. Again, I told you I was sipping out my drool bucket at the beginning. I like fast moms that hit hard. If you give me like Mega Alakazam and Iron Bundle, yeah, that's perfect. I can play that. So like these like mid core or like mid comp like kind of do everything teams. I don't get it, but I usually get stomped by these teams. Like this is the team that I would get my shit kicked in. This seems really good. Like obviously, I think the obvious commentary here is like, where's your Terra abuser or not your Terra abuser? Sorry, your electric terrain abuser. I don't know how the draft went. If picks got sniped, whatever. But I still think that Tapu Koko is a fine mon. It's definitely not a first pick mon without all the support. But I do like the front 4 core is great, and then Terra Blaspheon is stupid. That mon's going to be a kill captain top 3. Yeah, this team just seems good to me. I don't have much further to say. It's just not a team that I would play, but it's a team I would lose to.
Yeah, I've got a lot of opinions on it. So, the zero synergy or seemingly zero synergy with Tapu Koko. Not a big fan of that, but I do see where it slots into the team. It is a very fast speed benchmark. You do control whether the Paradox Mon's power on or not, and you do also control terrain, which I think is an underrated aspect of any draft. You have a lot of grass terrain teams running around, a lot of fairy terrain teams running around. And if you have your own, you're just kind of like setting your own boundaries there. But, Joe, you know how much I hate Garchomp. I think Garchomp is a just terrible fucking mon, especially as the number 1 draft pick. But here, it actually slots very well because you do have some strong threats to back it up. And it can perform its role as a hazard bot pretty well. So we're looking at a very solid comp at those first 2. Mega Caesar, one of the best megas in the format, and then 2 fat mons in the middle. As Joe said, the Terra picks are fucking awesome, and I can't really complain about anything else. If I had to say anything else, maybe it's the back 3 suck. You'll never get any value out of the last 3. Please bring them to a game, win something, but they suck.
Did someone draft Spectrier, the Ghost Horse?
Just wait. I got a great section for that.
Wigglytuff is godly like Spectrier counter.
if he's counterpicking that spectrier, props to battle jabs, but I think he just picked it because it's fun. It is a fun mon. You get a lot of utility moves like wish and all that, but
Yeah, the moves.
actually those wishes are fat.
Dude.
Oh yeah,
I'm a Wigglytuff
140.
enjoyer. But I will say, like,
Okay.
I'm with you that for the most part it's dog. Like, you're gonna need a lot to convince me not to bring top 4 plus Blaspheon, but I don't know. This team is just good to me.
Oh yeah, I mean, and Yuxi is really solid too. You're looking at like a top 6, and then Kyrogonal and Arbalova. You know, those are some fine mons. I've lost against Arbalova before. It's a pretty good mon. So I think this is an A- team. I've heard Battle Jazz is pretty good. He got MVP in the team tour, but I think Joe deserved that. So we're gonna call that a wash. What do you think, Joe?
Battle Jabs, I think, has smoked me like twice. I
Okay.
hate Yuxi, but it's too passive.
Yeah. You know, if you lose against a setup Psychic Mon and you know what's coming, just log off. That's a bad day for you.
So, like,
all right, moving on.
Yeah, I mean, the final thing that I'll say is, like, especially whenever you talk about, like, it's easy for the back picks to be frauds, right? Whenever you run out of points. What I
Yeah.
like about my back mons is something like Mabostiff, like Wigglytuff's great, right? It's got the moves. What I kind of like about Mabostiff is that it can be sleeper threat at 120 attack, and it has like triple good moves or abilities. Intimidate,
Yeah,
can
true.
check shit. I forget what the guard dog does, but I think that's good.
It makes it so you don't switch out and you don't get intimidated.
Yeah, like I think that ability can be good, and then I know Stakeout's really good. I think that's the one where if you switch on it, like you take double damage.
Have we been ignoring the type matchups like too much? Because I'm gonna take a look back at it. We haven't really been talking about those a lot, but most of these teams just get dog walked by bundle, and I know that's like
Yes.
an extreme example, but some of them like, okay, you run into a setup Mew. What's your answer? It's nothing.
Yeah.
So maybe going forward, let's take a look at that.
Yeah, and I mean the other thing I'll say is it's something I'm guilty of, but I just love seeing green and gray across the board.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's okay to have like red weakness whenever the red spots are shored up by really good bonds. Like
Yeah.
sometimes it's okay to be red in the fire if you have a Toxapex, right? Just an example. But
Yeah.
moving on.
For sure. I mean, like we've encountered it with our draft careers. No, not great draft careers, but the draft careers. You always want very strong neutral stabs. You don't want to be like perfecting the type chart every single time, but strong neutral stabs are just the way to go. Who's next? Mondo.
Yep.
Okay, you lead with this one. I think we know where we stand with it, but you go ahead.
This is like the Gen 9 squad, the front 5. I know Slowking's Gen 8 and Torrent's Gen 5, whatever, right? But this just like you would kind of see these front 4 on ladder, OU ladder. It's pretty good. I get the regenerator core. I've tried it. I'm not good at it. So it's definitely, I think it's like a slower gameplay. I get the whole idea, right? You're trying to get backs in. I like that you have switches in between Ting Lu and Blastoise and Tinkaton. Like this team is solid. This team, the back 2 are turbo fraudulent. Like the Zebstrika can get interesting with Sap Sipper and Lightning Rod, but I hate Decidueye Terra Captain. That mon's useless. But Torn Terra Captain's really good. I'm worried about this team being one-dimensional, and whenever it does try and get creative, not having the power. So, like, you try and switch it up on Infernape and, like, go special. Well, I know that it has both across the board, but I think its special move pool is pretty trash. I don't know. I can just... The creativity doesn't... It's not standing out to me, but I hope I'm proven wrong. But it does... It just... It seems okay. It's not something that's, like, screaming out to me, personally.
Yeah, I think this is a high-skilled team. You know, you got Tornado's Theory and Great Terror Captain, but you're kind of limited by those offensive stats. You either choose between a defensive Terror to counter a certain matchup, or you have a all-out blitz with a flying stab, doubling down on that. As you said, the back 2 are terrible. Give me Lopunny. Give me some other like niche value mon, something that's not like a fat stat hog like Zebstrika. That's just bad. You can do better than that. Be a bit more creative. Decidueye as well. That's kind of a trash mon.
The issue is too whenever you draft these back mons to try and fill in your speed gaps, it's horrible, dude. Like I'm just
Yeah.
ignoring your Zebstrika whenever I'm building, whether it's
It's
right
not
or
a real
wrong.
mon.
Yeah.
Yeah, like okay, I hit you with overheat. Great. Now it's what is that base 80 special attack? That's terrible.
So yeah, like
Um,
all my
yeah.
mons in speed 110, 115, 120 are feasting. Like I know that you have torn, but I don't care.
Oh yeah. But again, the front four extremely solid core. Regen plus Ting Lu to hazard stack. I guess Decidueye does serve its purpose to block rapid spin, but you're kind of in a compromised position when you take a look at that and say I'm putting Decidueye on the team. You really want Tinkaton up there to synergize with Ting Lu a little bit. But let's put the spotlight on Blastoise for a moment. I think Blastoise is a fine draft mon for its value, but you put too much into it, too much roll compression, you're going to get burned. Rapid spin, that's your only removal, in my opinion. You can defog with Torn T, but that's your Terramon. You're wasting defog on Torn. You're rapid spinning to Blastoise. That's your only threat. They bring a ghost, you're cooked. So I think this team gets set up on pretty easy with hazards. As you mentioned, the speed gaps, they're all right. Zebstrika is not a real monster. You're dealing with Infernape and Torn. I've never seen Infernape do well in draft because no one ever drafts it. Joe, do you think nobody ever drafts it for a reason? Are they stupid, or is it just not that great of a mon?
I just it's so mid. I just don't care about it. Normally, like the fighting role is hard to fight over. Like there's so many
Yeah.
good fighting mons that I just never take it. I was gonna ask you, how do you feel about like I I think I didn't have Slowking. I had this. I had base Slowking and Bax Caliber for the chili reception combo.
Yeah.
And it just felt so predictable. Like it's really easy to counter. And I also never knew like what back set to bring, right? Like it's so easy to say, oh, just bring Dragon Dance, but it's so counterable.
Yeah.
Do you think it's like valid? I just always felt like I got counter teamed way too hard whenever I tried this.
Without Terra, I think Bax is a really tough mon to bring, especially with the base 87 speed. Obviously, the Will-O-Wisp resistance is great, but you're kind of working off the back foot. Even if you have that chili reception synergy there, it's still pretty easy to counter. Now, granted, it's good. It's just a worse Huron because you don't have that mix potential.
Yeah.
It's still good as a fourth mon, but you take that out. Let's say they really counter backs hard. You're looking at a not so great offensively top three, and then the rest of this team just doesn't have enough firepower. C plus.
Agreed. Super passive.
Yeah, good core though. I mean, this would be a good ladder team.
Yeah, this team is gonna need like it has a bunch of good setup potential, but it needs setup. Like the raw power isn't there. Your best raw power mon is gonna be Torn, Terra, which can be good.
Yeah, I mean, like you could win with this team, but you have to be good. And I can't say any of these guys are good or bad. I think it's just we're judging the teams, and
Yep.
that's the way it is. All right, next is who?
Oh, Perturbo. Go ahead.
Pertuba.
I have a lot to say, but please.
Okay, I'll be brief. Obviously, this is like extreme Joe and stunt bait with the Terra Annihilate. I really like it, blah, blah, blah. But you take a look at the team comp, and I think this is the worst team on the board, bar none. That's just my bias. You might pilot this very well, but there is not enough firepower. It's slow. Yes, the speeds say 130, 121, 110, but what are those mods actually doing? They're going to U-turn out. They're going to pivot into something. What hits extremely hard on this team? Very few. The Rillaboom stab sucks. Annihilate's your best mon. And then your other Terra captain is Sylveon, which I think is a very tough sell at 60 base speed. Yes, it hits hard. Same song and dance. Yeah, I'm just not super impressed. Worst team on the board.
So, I just no offense. How did this team get conjured up? Whenever I'd seen Like where did all your points go, my man? Like there has to be a bunch of 8 and 10 point spenders in here. You solved the equation. You drafted Annihilate Terra, the best mon in any draft board. Great job. And then you fucking went to the Heatran well at 2? What are we doing, brother? You're cooked. Oh, I get it. You got Rillaboom at 3 for Grassy Surge. Congratulations, bro. Every week I'm this guy's opponent, I'm running max defense everything. His special attackers are Dog Dookie Slowbro and Shitter Heatran. Like that's it. You got Terra Sylveon, bro. Congrats. Like I'm hitting you with a physical move and you're falling over. I just
Bullet punch, he folds. Just bye bye, buddy.
Yeah, this team is lost on me, but you're so close to greatness. I would personally salvage this team. Start from scratch. I don't know what the draft board looks like, but like Terra Annihilate is so OP, dude. Just get like you need your higher speed mons above Annihilate to be way better. Just again, this is all personal preference, right? I'm not the end all be all. I hope you fucking dominate with this team. But I'm just sad to see my boy on what I believe to be such a bad team.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough call, but we got to say it. Bad team. I hope he does well. Pertubo actually had an excellent document on draft mons where he went specifically into detail about not drafting fast mons just because they're fast. And I mean, I'm not saying Frostlass Crobat suck, but they're not great. So really, it's Cyclizar.
Buddy, I'm rinsing this team with fucking bundle, man. Oh, you're gonna send in Sylveon. I'm fucking flip turning into my physical threat. Like this is so brainless. I don't know. Please prove me wrong. But yeah, your team sucks, and I hate you.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay. Another bad team.
I was going to open up with something that me and you have talked about. I've come to learn in that Dex draft, my first 2 picks are going to be special attackers. I try and take the 2 best special attackers on the board because it just feels like they're so few and far between to come that hit hard and hit fast. And this team, like, I'm running 1 Assault Vestmon that matches up well into both Raikou and Typhlosion Hisui versus this team, and then the rest of my physical stuff I'm stacking Fizz Death. And like, I feel like you're SOL. Like I get it. Like Terra Mew is really good. That's a great Terramon, but it's got to do so much work here. And then this team just feels like a hodgepodge. It felt like you went one way between first pick Terra Mew into Weavile. It's like, oh shit, like this guy's gonna put the heat on. Then you went Ferrothorn Slowking, and it's like it's a good core of defense, but it's so slow.
Like I see what they're thinking, right? They got okay. Ferrothorn gets beat up by fighting and fire moves. Let me draft Slowking. Great defensive core. Dino. Love that pick. It's got a great base form for Regenerator, and then it's fat for its other stuff. What do you think? Underrated, Mon?
No, I hate that piece of trash.
All right. Agree to disagree. C+.
There's too many good megas, and I get it's a budget one, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, me, whenever you get, like, I've learned, again, this is all just personal shit, so I'm just going to say it. What I've learned in draft is like if I'm gonna go a direction, I full lean there, and then I'll try and make up like my defensive stuff on the back half. But like with my first 2 picks being Weavile, yeah, I would have gotten something hardcore special hitting at like 3-4, and then kind of salvaged it. I think where this draft went wrong was at picks 3, 4, 5. Brachio at 5.
Ferrothorn's not a good draft mod. Ferrothorn's a bad draft mod. It's weak to a lot of stuff. Fighting is one of the most common types. You can get fighting mons at like 6 through 16, and they're all going to be pretty solid. I will say the versatility here could save them. If this is a very good player, I will eat my shoe. I could see them doing quite well. Terra Mew is a great mon.
Yeah.
That is a great start to your draft.
Just because we hate the team doesn't mean that you can't pilot it well, right? Like, I don't know. I've been wrong. We do draft analysis not on videos. We just talk about it, and I've called so many bad teams bad, or good teams bad. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not seeing it, but good luck.
I got one more in me actually. I think Weezing Galar sucks. It's never done anything. Okay, we'll keep moving. Sorry. I just hate that shit. That's a terrible team. All right.
Ooh, this my
J-Bob.
boy. Oh, wait a minute. My boy kind of
I knew you'd like this. I knew you liked this.
Oh, shit. See, how do we go from Mew Weavile first two, and now I'm looking at Great Tusk Spectrier. Holy cinema. This is power, baby. Now, let me tell you, you want to talk about back half frauds? By the way, this is the second time I've seen Hitmonchan. That cannot be correct. Get that guy off my screen. I'm pulling back real quick. Battle Jabs also has a Hitmonchan. Maybe that's a Hitmonchan.
All right, let me fact check.
But I'm gonna keep going. Mega Manectric is a godly budget Megamon. I'd way rather have that over Mega Audino. I know that it's one dimensional, but the one trick ponies that are good at what they do, perfectly fine. For Rigoraph, God Draftmon, gonna be Omega value. Yeah, dude, all the we've talked about RU superstars and UU whatever, but Tauros Blaze, yeah, it's a low tier mon, but it will fucking dumpster half the good mons, and if it just gets a good matchup. This team is speaking to me. Terra Sparthra, why haven't we done this fucking song and dance before? And didn't the team go 10-0 or something stupid?
Yeah,
this is so stupid.
Hitmonchan doesn't exist on this team. Whatever. But I knew this team would speak to you. It is extremely potent, and this is the ultimate gatekeeper team. If you can't beat this team, pack it up, buddy. You're going to China. But it's very good. I don't like Spectrier, but I see where he's going with this team. You got Premium Hazards with Samurott. You got the Aurora Veil with Ninetales. You have every offensive tool in the book. And you're actually well rounded with Frigiraffe and a few others. So as much as this is bait for Joe and I to enjoy, I'm going to give it an A-. What do you think, buddy?
So again, just to contrast real quick, I'm going back to the last team. Do you see J-Bob leaned all in to just offense, right? And then he kind of shorted up at the end with Frigiraffe, but it can kind of flex. But this front 8 mons, none of them have defensive stats, but it doesn't matter whenever they're all smacking you really hard. Yeah, this is my championship team. I think J-Bob's gonna win it all with this team.
Yeah, I also think the Terras are absolutely filthy, right? You got the Bathrow with the stored power set. It's got the speed boost, and then you got another snowball with Salamence. These Terras are absolutely good, and he did his research on what is the best Terra in this format and how can I abuse it. That's the thing in these natdex leagues. You just got to pick the best thing and build around it. You can't get too technical with what synergizes. Who gives a shit? Just pick the strong stuff. I'll shut up.
The other thing I'll say about this team is Mega Manectric will be a top 5 kill leader, guaranteed. Dude, so much pressure on the ground types with this team. I promise. I'll eat fucking a turd if I'm wrong. I'll go outside and film myself eating my dog's turd. I won't even pick it up with my hands. I'll go straight and mouth the turd.
Yeah, you better get ready, buddy, because Matthew Manetric's not coming to any matches.
I gotta talk to Jay.
No, this is a great team. Okay, we both like that. You want me to go first?
Please.
Okay. From a serious standpoint, I think I did a little bit of looking beforehand. I think this is the championship team to me. It's really good. You have standout mons, mixed attacking on the Valiant Deoxys front, and as well as Seismitoad, ironically. The Terras are excellent. And I know there's a lot of hype between Zarude and Okidoki for the Terra spot. That's a trendy pick, and Dottler, don't worry about that. That's a mode you can go. Always keep the opponent guessing with little sticky webs, but really, this is a really solid, well-built team, and I think this will win the chip. The special attacking, again, it's not phenomenal, but it gets the job done. You got some bad removal, in my opinion, between Zapdos and Skarmory. Defog is not my favorite move. You're basically wasting a turn, but the setup is really good. Um, and yeah, it seems like this person had a mission going into draft and they accomplished it. So I really like it. It's not my favorite, right? Like Deoxys Speed is ultimately a middling mon besides the fact that it's fast, but get the job done. You build well, you're going to win. What do you think?
This team's mid.
Oh my god.
I don't get the Terra Zarud hype, but that could just be a me thing. I think Terra Zarud versus some of the other Terra abusers I've seen, it's not even close to like a top 5 spot. What I do like about this team is like Zapdos and Seismitoad. Strangely enough, like they synergize really really well together. You can do some funky stuff with turning the rain on for either of them, and then Zapdos can throw off a surprise weather ball, or Seismitoad gets double the speed. The thing that I do like about this team is the creativity. Like I think Skarmory is a slept-on draftmon. I think people think of it as one-dimensional from ladder, but it's got some nasty, nasty work with like a sword stance set. Diancie is turbo fraud without Terra, but that's just personal bias. And you need to take the fucking Terra off Dottler. That's pissing me off. I'm gonna reach across my screen and wring your neck out. That's not funny. No, I'm just playing. But I don't know. That I feel like this team will just get like whitewashed by like two good, like really, really like the Megalodios Greninja team. I feel like just hogwashes this, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I think it just comes down to how good this person is. I think they're a solid draft player. Maybe that's my own personal bias interjected, but you do have the manual rain mode. Hazards are going to be very difficult to stop here with the taunt on the Deoxys Speed. So they can go super hyper offensive, but also the defensive core is solid. So I guess we'll see. We can agree to disagree on this one, A+.
Sounds good. Welcome to C tier, buddy. Okay, Kung Fu Panda 4. This team is bad, right? I think Terra Necrozma is horrible. Good luck. Me and Stunt have tried. I should just stay Stunt. I watched Stunt. I'm not gonna say what I say, but I've watched.
Say it.
I've watched you roll around in a wheelchair playing that mod. You are disabled. Whenever you try to pilot that mod, you're worthless. Go ahead, cancel me. I don't give a fuck. What I like, it's just it kind of falls in the same pattern. And again, this could just be my play pattern that's wrong, but team feels way too bulky and not enough punch. But I hope to be wrong. Sleeper mon that I really like is Eldegoss. Just after having used it, it can do some fucking disgusting things in the right matchup. But yeah, like I don't know, like the Rotom-Mow, Goodra, Grafaiai picks are lost on me. But what I do like it's just turbo bulk. So maybe you'll just straight up win games, like catching people in the right matchup, getting a surprise setup on Gliscor or Mega Diancie. But yeah, this team's fine. It just doesn't speak to me.
Yeah, we've seen that Gliscor, Aloe, Mega Diancie before, and it's good. I agree on the Rotom-Mow pick. Yes, you are shoring up some type matchups there. Rotom-Mow is a terrible mon. Yeah, okay, I'll lose to it at some point, but I lose to a lot of stuff. I still think it's bad. Grass Electric's not a good offensive combination, and the back half is what it is. It's bulky. The Terra Delphox I really don't like. I don't know how the points worked out, but I'd assume you want Terra on something else. But it is a very good team. There's no truly bad mon as much as I don't like some of them, and the speed tiers might not work out with the 110s and the 104 being all close together, but Grafaiai has the prankster ability, so you're not really pushing up against too much right there. And then again, Gliscor setting up, Gliscor being defensive. It is an excellent draft mon. That is another like gatekeeper mon. If you can't beat that, you drafted the wrong team.
So like, what I feel like this team is going to struggle with is being too passive. Like, if this team gets caught, protecting with a Gliscor or flip turning with a Alola on something that's going to like surprise setup on it, it feels like GG to me. But again, maybe I just don't get, Necroza Terra is going to put on good pressure, but it's 79 base speed, so I don't know if you're just going to be spamming Choice Scarf every week. I don't know.
Well, it's so fat too. Look at how fat the whole team is.
Yeah,
Base stats go
exactly.
crazy. This is again. I know I keep saying it's a trope at this point, but just beat it. Like it's not that crazy of a core, but you got to know what you're doing at least to punch through it. Aloe's super annoying. Get it. And Mega Deontay with the magic bounce. That's good hazard control. I don't love the removal here with Gliscor and the Rotom and the
Like,
Eldegoss, but you have the magic bounce.
I know it's easy to just like nitpick matchups, but like this guy's asking to get one turn wrong against Spectrier, and it's Jover. Like, yeah, you're gonna run AV Gudra, and you're gonna get two shot by Nasty Plot Shadow Ball. So like, I don't know.
I never thought about that. Yeah, yeah. That's the bundle argument, right? Like, I actually think bundle doesn't do great here, but it gets dog walked. It dog walks every other team. Real
Alright.
quick, what do you think of Zam Crowned? I want to hear this. I think that mon is terrible,
Agreed.
but it's just such a stat hog that it kind of shits up the tier. I think it should be removed. I don't think that should belongs here. 128 speed. It's just stupid. It doesn't do anything besides like cheese matchups.
And this is, I mean, yeah, it's just annoyingly like, and it's good because is this the one that always has to run the defensive shield, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I'm probably gonna like catch you with an overheat mon that I have the thing that switches me out on stat loss, and then I find a way to try and two shot it would be my approach. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. It's definitely an annoying mon. It's just not one that I would use because I like my item slot.
Yeah, I think item slot's big, and that's the ability is also like one dimensional too. All right, what's next? Magnus. All right. Oh well, great on this guy by the way. Kung Fu Panda, I give it a B plus. I think it's a good team.
Yeah, I'll give it B. It's gonna do. It will make playoffs, but I don't know. I think J Bob's gonna rinse you, buddy.
All right.
This is like my little brother drafted a team. This is really cute.
I had the same thing. I said little Timmy draft.
Like I get it. Like you're a Gen 2 head. You love the new mons, and then you salvaged it at the end with the fire build. It's really awesome, bro. You're gonna get fucking whitewashed by anyone with a brain, dude. I'm spamming EQ into this team. Good luck, buddy. What's gonna happen with this team? My prediction, and like I don't have much to say because it's little Timmy draft. But literally, you're gonna just lose every game like 2-0 or 3-0. Like your games are gonna be close, but you're just gonna lose almost every game.
Yeah, I told him to draft. Keep going with it. I think it is extremely memey, and if you lose against this, your team comp sucks. But it is really fun. I hope he does well, and can we give it a serious analysis real quick? I think the hazard control is interesting with Tatooine and who am I kidding? That sucks. Picture Bell's pretty solid as a Terramon though, and the
So
surprise
realistically,
factor.
how do you play this team? You either spam bring the front three plus Ninetales plus Terra Victory Bell plus Meow, and then like obviously like that's just one approach, like kind of offensive. Do you like if you're not bringing Ninetales? I don't know. I don't know.
Bronzong sucks. Bronzong is like almost impossible to bring.
Yeah, because it's
Cloister
just
is good.
substitute bait.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, hey, I'm setting up one. Let's see what my notes on this, because I might have written something serious. Okay. Who cares about type charts? Punch things until they break. This will beat all the bad players. True. Fact check. Doesn't even need Sun to function. That doesn't need Sun to function.
Dude, like
Yeah. So Ninetales is the best Sunsetter, right? What do you think about that? Zard Y, Torkoal, Ninetales.
Sidewise probably better, but it's for the points. I think Ninetales is better. I mean, you get speed and
Okay.
you get Healing Wish. Like me and you, we see the utility. Like people will like shit on Ninetales because it doesn't have the stats and the flare, but like yeah, Baton Pass Healing Wish is stupidly good on Vertigo
Yeah.
setter.
So he did have Zard Y on the fourth slot initially, but that was just for memes, I think. He was resetting. The Terras are actually really good. Raging Bolt's solid, and so is Victor Bell. I think Beware is just a fake mon. He'll bring it, probably get some kills eventually, but I don't care. As long as bad, yeah.
Yeah, so again, it's the little Timmy conundrum. Like you're gonna actually probably win some games because like people aren't ready for the raw power. There's like if gouging fire gets +2/+2, yeah, you probably win. But I just think that good opponents shouldn't let that happen. It's easier said than done. I've had it happen to me a fair bit. I've always wanted to play against this team. I feel like this team is in every draft that I've done for like the past year, and I never play against this team. So I can't even speak from experience, but I just like having not played it, but watching people play against it, I get really mad whenever people lose to this.
Yeah. I mean, would you say that it's like not the worst? I don't think this is the worst team. This is better than some of those other shitters we saw.
I don't think this is the worst team either. No, at least he's like committed to the idea of Sun.
Okay.
It's just like the random like this. This is honestly be like a decent Sun team, but I just don't get the random shit in the middle. Like I don't get Cloister, Bronzong, Terra Beware. Like why? When are you ever going to bring Terra Beware over Terra Raging Bolt, Terra Victory Bell? When?
There's some normal weak teams, I guess. It's just bad. Now, he was very insistent on getting Hatterene. Hatterene. I think that mon sucks too. It's got some utility with it. I mean, you might listen to this and say, hey, this guy thinks everything sucks. But it's just not good. Pick 5. It's just.
The other beef I have here is like, yeah, you have dual healing wish, but to who? Your best target is either Raging Bolt or Gouging Fire, and both can get 2-shot. So I don't know.
So Wake might be a kill leader this season. Like that. Okay, let's look at it practically. Wake is good. If you are able to set up Sun, you will get at least 1 or 2 kills with one of those mons.
I'm running Protect like hard on this team.
You're giving everybody ideas. Yeah, Protect sub is going to beat this team's ass quickly, too. That's scary to think about.
Hazards is going to bust this team wide open.
What about like an alternate like weather team? We haven't seen any weather yet besides this, but okay, I just slot in like rain on a random mon.
Yeah, I mean,
that sucks.
J-Bob's got Ninetales Alola, which I think is like a sleeper pick. Like he didn't draft any of the ice pawns with it, but you don't need to, right? I think it's to cover his other matchups. Genius.
That was dumpster. Best team in the format.
Yeah, I don't know. This is Timmy draft. It's fun. I hope you have fun. I would kick your teeth in.
C+.
Yeah, C-. All
right.
Good old Jackie boy. Classic cinema, folks. Oh, Jack, try not to draft Urshifu, Goldango, Rotom Heat challenge, difficulty impossible. Jack, you need to play something new, man. You need to grow as a human being. This is my hater message to you. And the Cinderace. Like, bro is fucking really playing back the classics. I'm mad because
and Primarina and Latias.
This team is good.
A good team.
This is a good team. But I hate that Jack just runs this shit every time. You're lucky I'm not in this league, buddy. I'd be watching film on your ass.
You might still lose. This is a really good team.
I
think
Jack's a good player, right? So he'll build well and he'll win games, but this team just isn't exciting to me. It's like a bunch of like really, really good mons. The most power is obviously the Urshifu. You're gonna do like some surprise shit with the Sandaconda, I'm sure. But yeah, like to me, you just run front 5 plus Cinderace almost every week, and then you slot in Overquill or Serena.
Yeah, I see like a pivot core here with the flip turning, the volt switching, the U turning. It's all stuff we've seen before with this core. It's a great core, and this person is obviously quite skilled at draft. They're going to win games. But I think one detriment here is that it is a slow ass team, right? You don't want Cinderace running Scarf all the time. You want it running Boots. It's going to get chipped down by rocks. And same with Latias. Like that 110 only goes so far when you're kind of holding down a little bit of defensive backbone there. So I think this is one of his higher skill cap builds just based on the speed tiers. It's going to be a bit of a challenge, especially if you are relying on a Charge-a-Bug sticky webs. But back to basics, Urshifu Goldingo is a great core. There's a lot to be had there, especially with Terra Urshifu. I think that's a great pick. It can be very powerful, and Terra is just what it needs to overcome some of those individual matchups. Any more thoughts, Joe? I mean, we've seen this before. Not much to say.
Yeah, I mean, this is like teams are going to get overwhelmed by raw power here. And sleeper, but like the Glimmet plus Goldango is going to be really fucking annoying. Like he could just lead it, set up whatever. So like if I'm building against him, I'm always, I'll reveal my secret formula. I'm always bringing some form of setup in case it's a Glimmet lead, even if it's on a mon that he's not expecting.
I mean, is this like a 6-boot team draft? Like, there's nothing stopping you because the team's not that fast. Are you just running 6 boots?
Yeah, you definitely can.
Yeah. I think the other underrated part of this build, maybe like something an opposing player should consider. There's not a lot of strong recovery besides recovery. I think it's the recover move on Godingo and healing wish on Latias plus its other healing moves. Like, you don't have Primarina healing up reliably all the time. Same with Rotom Heat. That's a pain split mon. And Overquill doesn't either. So a lot of your defensive core is just kind of sitting there attacking, and you're relying on other mons that wish you back or healing wish you back. There's some turns to be had there. So just some food for thought. I think it's a great team. I'm going to say B-, but Jack is a great player. So obviously that's not reflective of his skill. What do you think?
F for FU. No, it's fine, Jack. It's fine. I want to see you lean in a different direction. That's all.
Draft this next team. This next team is fucking awesome. This is great.
This team's fun, man. This is Giga Chad power. Dude, the front 2 Terras are sicko mode. That's fun. Yeah. Like, you're just going to have fun Terra Iron Boulder. And, like, the issue is, like, I hate Terra physical mons, to be honest, besides Ape. I feel like the physical walls are like cheaper by the dozen, man. You can pick up so many, but this team is good. This team don't have a bad mon on it, bro. This one's like hard to prep into.
Oh yeah.
This person did a great job of like spending their points and not picking up like shitters. Like this team can legit like giga threat. Like, I think maybe the worst mons might be like your Mandibuzz Donphan core. I'm a Donphan like non.
Dude, terrible terrible mon.
That mon.
It's got 2 turns in them, and if you go above that,
I would set it on fire and watch.
I'm gonna go torture a real life elephant.
I would detusk it and like ride it. But this team just looks like fun. Like, this is one that I would want to pilot, and I would go like 2-8 on. Good luck to you, bro. The main concern is going to be your speed, right? Like, you're going to be a Scarf merchant. But I don't know. I could see this team like picking up some surprise dubs. It's got great setup potential with a lot of mons. You want to talk about the aura team, the negative aura team? This is like Omega aura. I am spoken to by this team.
Yeah, I gotta repeat the same stuff, and then the stats are even lie a little bit because I got the Aegis slash shield form on there. It is extremely powerful. You have Mandibuzz, one of the best mons in the format defensively for what it's trying to do, but it's a little boring. Mandibuzz, Pheasantipity, Porygon, these aren't exactly crowd pleasers in my opinion, but you do have some in there. Boulder, Hydrapple, like Joe said, 2 great Terramons. Hydrapple in particular is getting a lot of attention from high tier players now as a cheap Terramon to back up the main one. I guess I'll harp on it again. I don't love physical Terramons. I think Boulder is going to be good, but and it's fast. I guess like the Terra patches up that mediocre attack, so I'll shut up on that. It's okay. What do I really like here? I like the back three. I think those are very bringable mons that each present a different challenge to build against. Like Porygon 2, you got to knock. It's got like really good abilities. Analytic is awesome, especially with Trace. You can like do some neat tech there. Glalie is one dimensional but very strong. I'm a big fan of those 5-point megas. I think that's when you get the best value out of a mega. You're not using an item slot. You know it's limited, but you're only spending 5 points. That's great. I guess again, I really don't like Donphan as your removal for rapid spin. Donphan sucks, and it's just kind of there to spin and stealth rock. If you get like more than 6 kills, give me a call. I'll give you $50 straight up handshake.
Yeah, I mean, Donphan will be a crippling weakness here because it is your only rocks, too. I'm not saying rocks are all everything, but like that feels like there's a lot of weight on Donphan, and me and Stunt both hate that mon. But I don't know, this team can be fun. Like the Mega Glalie explosion lead, and then you could just go into a choice band Boulder, and then you just set up like a 4v4. And you have great mons with setup, right? You have Fez, you have Keldeo, you have Aegislash. Like, this team has what I like the most, I think, is the options here. I think like all these mons can do different stuff really well.
So Fez sets up, Hydrapple sets up, Iron Boulder everything sets up minus Donphan and really Mandibuzz. So you're in a great spot. I would pilot this team and I'd be quite happy. I think this is definitely top 5. Would you say A minus?
Yeah, this is A minus. This seems
okay.
If at worst, if you lose, I hope you have fun. This looks like a fun one to play.
All right, so glazing this guy. This is the last one, and we'll go back, rank them all, and then we'll watch that one game that was played. All right, I'll lead off with this one. This is dog shit. This is so bad.
No way. Hold on. Let me interject. I have my hands up right now, and I'm doing the cinema pose. This is fucking peak, baby.
You love it. Yeah, you love it.
Why do you think I love it? Look at my bundle. Oh, mamma mia. Pizzeria, the 136 speed, the 124 special, that's a good mon, baby. You want to talk about bundle taking fucking names in this league? All these teams suck dick into bundle. Bundle is going to be that will be a top 2 kill leader. If I'm wrong, I will put a tourniquet around my nuts. Enamorous Terra is filthy. Like, that mon is super good. Low kicks Terra is fraudulent. Don't use that.
Yes, that's why I don't like it. You wasted a lot of points, your third pick on low kicks. And I don't want to give you a history lesson or preach to you, but I'll go through it quickly. Low kicks either needs choice band for power, it needs protective pads to not get punished by Iron Barb's Rocky Helmet, or it needs, what's that other one? Insect Plate to not be locked into first impression. So you are really, really just picking your poison there, and the opponent has not even made a move yet, right? And then you put Terra, you're taking Terra away from your Enamorous, and now you're stuck with a physical mon that ultimately is not that powerful off base 102. Yeah. Joe, why do you not like it?
I mean, just having used it, it just feels like if the opponent, I felt like sometimes the opponents over prep for it, and so you try and cook up these heat sets, and it's this mon just, it's doing too much. I think it's great in like ladder, right? Whenever you catch people off guard, but like it's so easy to counterpick in draft, in my opinion. My gripe with this team comes at the back half. You want to talk about triple frauds in the back? Those 3 mons suck ass. Brambleghast especially. That dude can kick rocks. I would tweak this team. I think the 5 of Enamorous, Iron Bundle, Mega Medi, Celesteal, Sandy is great. I think if you can somehow manipulate your points, do you have to have 9 in this league?
It's 10, so that's the tough part.
Yeah, so that's tough. That's tough. Again, I'd have to see the draft board, but like, dude, you're never. That's not true. maybe 1 or 2 games this season you're bringing Carcole/Drampa, but like, there's got to be more that you can do with the budget. There's got to be more.
Oh, I got you right quick. So you want to put Pelipper or Politoed in the low kick slot. You get the synergy with Swift Swim. You get the bundle. And then you put Lopunny. You save a few points because Drampa's more expensive. And then you spend on another Water Mon. And you just have a beastly team.
Yeah, get some cheap rain on this team, brother. You got the Quillfish set up. You got the bundle. I think does Namorous get Weather Ball? It might. I think so.
Yeah, it does.
Too.
It does.
Like you have like shocking options to throw people off guard. And but here's the thing: is that your Rainmon is gonna be in one of those fraudulent slots, so it doesn't have to come. Like, yeah, especially replace low kicks with something better, dude. You're sitting good. This is a good team.
Yeah, I did put B. I think B is the right grade for how powerful it is, and we can look at every single team. Every single team does not like Bundle, and maybe that's not much of a statement, but Bundle dog walks this whole league.
Yeah, I mean, something that if you haven't learned already, I love Bundle and Draft. The people who bitch and moan about the hydro pumps are sissy whiny boys. This mon's really, really good, and just hit your shot. And if you miss, then you deserve to lose. That's how I view it, right?
Yeah, 80% chance to win. That's great. I'll take that every day.
Right.
And you get the best mod in the format.
And like, what I love about again, like I've talked about it already, but I've done a Mega Zam Iron Bundle draft, and then I've drafted like 4 physical gods. So like, I love Iron Bundle Sandy Shocks. And Enamorous. You're gonna force so many AVs, bro. Abuse it with your Mega Medi and get a better physical Terra abuser. Oh my God, chef's kiss.
Well, because like, let's give some real analysis here. Your removal's dog shit. You have Drampa, you have Carcole, which is not a real mon, and you have Ramblegast. So you're forced into running boots on low kicks. That's not my ideal state.
Yeah, and
Just
you're
give it
spitting
up.
too, because you're probably running boots bundle, and that's horrible. Like, I felt like this guy tried to shore up the last 3 and get removal, but like, you're right. Right now, I'm not really like in depth looking at it, but yeah, dude, that's horrible. If I hazard stack against this team, you're getting dog walked.
It's salvageable, though, and I think once they hear our illuminating words, they'll listen. All right, let's run back through these all. On the bottom, we'll give a ranking. I'll insert a text box so everybody knows where they stand, how much we hate their stupid teams. Right. I said this is a B. What'd you give it?
So you're talking about SF Paul?
No, RoboCop.
All right.
Bottom.
From the bottom. Yeah, right now this is a B-. Make the changes and make it an A.
Okay, so we'll just put B-. That's the lowest common denominator.
Okay.
Okay, next is Ryan Time. I put this as an A-.
This is B+.
All right, we'll go A- on this one. I think we both liked it. We talked a lot of hype to it.
Yep.
I'm a bit more generous. Jack, we're going F for FU.
Yeah, I mean, you can realistically put him at like B. That's fine. This seems
B-. I'll give him B-. Yeah.
No, honestly, like this team's probably A, but because Jack's piloting it, boo, stinky.
No, but like here's the paradox. Jack's a great player. I just don't like that he's ran this before, so B.
Exactly.
Okay, B's fair. B's fair. All right. Magnus,
C+.
C+. Okay, I had that on my original one. I don't even know. That's a C to me. I'll put C-, so we'll average.
Okay.
It sucks. That sucks. That's so bad. Kung Fu, I put a B+.
I mean, I'm a turbo hater of this team. I'd say C-.
All right, that's a B.
Yeah.
No, that's a B-.
If I had to pick like a sleeper team that I'm sleeping on, this is probably it. This is like the team I'm missing the most on.
So I don't want to spoil it, but when we watch that replay in a second to close out the recording, okay. He plays or they play. Yeah. All right, I put this one as an A+. My favorite team.
Yeah. This is B+.
Okay, so A-. Yeah, I think that's fair. I might be overhyping it a bit. I think you had a bad experience with Valiant on a few drafts, and I think it's a really good mon.
Iron Fraud. Between that and Zarud, like,
it's. Yeah.
I don't know. I think Zarud is a better mon. Like, 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 I don't know. Deoxys speed also I'm inexperienced with, but my understanding is that it's not great. Like the speed isn't worth the offense, so then it's just a utility bot.
Yeah, it's trendy for sure, and I think that's people rediscover fire every couple of years, but I think it's a little trendy. So I said A. What do you think?
For J Bob?
Yeah.
Oh, this is S, A plus. This is the
Okay.
winner. The chip.
All right. I'm gonna go A plus. That's our first A plus, as far as I know. Um, maybe I'm gonna eat my sock, but he also had Who belt. So Who is those guys were on Breaking Gems, and Who is pretty darn good at building. So unless he was trolling, he might have been. I think they know what they're doing.
Yeah, this is gross. We've played with them. I mean,
Yeah. Zuki,
dude, put me down for D plus.
D plus.
This team
I
puts
put
me to
C.
bed after seeing J Bob's team.
All right, that's a D plus. I had a bad grade on that too. There's
Love you
again,
mean it.
you
I
can
hope
pilot
you prove
it.
me wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can pilot it well, but it sucks.
I'm running
It's-
one AV mon against you and the rest physically defensive. Good luck.
Raiko needs to be like 10 points. That thing sucks.
Yep.
Okay, Pertubo. Did we say this was the worst one? I think this is the worst one.
I because he has Terra Annihilate, he's gonna win like 4 games, bro. I'm telling you right now. If he's got half a brain, I would give this
Sure.
a C plus.
Okay, looking at the fact checker, I had a C minus in my original notes.
It's just so mid. It's so mid.
Yeah, like who's excited to build with this shit? That's terrible. Okay,
There's no
okay, I'm
stick.
building with Crobat this week. Terrible.
Oh, am I in the fucking mid tier league? What the fuck?
Yeah, I hated Crobat in mid. Crobat sucks to build with. Just my natural instinct was ban Brave Bird, which is the wrong choice, but it's my favorite. Mondo, I had C for see you in the playoffs, but you're boring.
Yeah, you can just keep it at C.
All right.
Like, this could be like another sleeper agent that is going over my head, but this is not
All
a
right.
team that I would play. No thanks.
No, it's yeah. So battle jabs, I had A minus.
Yep, I would have A minus.
Yeah, this is good. Like I think our like shit detectors are going off where we know that we're probably not good enough to play this. It doesn't exactly synergize like on the primary level, but it is good. So A minus.
Terra Blaze sounds so fun. Like, you want to talk about special attacking drafts? That fucking
Yeah.
sounds dope.
So it doesn't have Terra Blast, but Ghost and Fire have like near perfect synergy. So
Yeah, it doesn't need it.
go stupid. All right, lyrics. You lead it. I don't
This
like
is
it.
B minus. It just puts me to bed though.
Yeah, I'd be minus too.
This is
Okay,
the
yeah.
Auralist team. Yeah.
Well, Ursaluna, let's go back on that. Let's keep beating the dead horse. I think Ursaluna's just a terrible mon. Yeah, it trades stuff, right? And it's a ground type, but you don't want your ground type always trading with stuff and getting self chipped. So then you're running a weaker version of it because it don't activate guts.
Just
Right.
like enjoying my Skarmory and my Corviknight teams, dude. Like, I know that's like nitpicking, but like I feel like there's so many Celesteelas on another team. Like, there's 3 teams that just have you checked easy.
Oh, Bundle Dog walks this thing all day too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead, run AB, bro. I'm fucking flip turning. I don't care.
Bye bye. Okay. I had A plus on this one. This is the other A plus.
Yeah,
love
you
it.
can keep it A plus. This is my number 2. This is really, really fun.
Okay. Okay. That's fun. Good draft, buddy. You did a good
I wanna
job.
see
Maybe
Terra
Aldino's
Card.
not the best, but yeah, it's gonna be good.
Terra Card
Frugal's-
Rack is stupid.
Yeah. What do we have here? Frubbles.
I think I said that this is maybe the worst team. This might be like the second to worst team for me. Give it a flat D.
Okay, I put B, so we're gonna go.
C. Just
Looking back, I was trash. I say C minus. Like I was trying to like it, and it's got a very strong core if they pilot well. But
the sleepers on this team are going to be Kilo, Cobalion, and Kroot. But like
yeah,
the mons that you think are going to do well here, your Palafin, Skelly, and Serp. No, I'm eating so good on them. I'm taking their bowl and scooping it in myself.
I think I just have like a mean streak in me, but I really like the pressure roost sub stall set with Curum. That's really fun. So if they use that and they just like make somebody in this league quit, you'll get bumped up to a B ranking pretty quick. But yeah, you're at C minus for now. Okay, Helix Fossil.
This is my number 3. Put me down for A.
Okay, I had C plus, so that leads to a B.
Yeah, B
A
range.
B.
All this guy
Yeah.
needs to do is make Terra Entei, I think. And then I kind of like you're saying, you're trolling with Terra Macargo. It's cute, but it's not actually feasible if you're trying to win.
Yeah. No, it's a good team. I think this is like almost foolproof.
Tapu Fini.
It's almost foolproof. Yeah.
Tapu Fini might be like a top 3 natdex mon. Like I think
Dude, it's so nasty.
Yeah, I think I'm picking Terra Annihilate. Probably some of the other Terra abusers, right? But like on the 2-3 rounds, I'm looking at Tapu Fini, bro. That's a good mon.
Oh yeah. I mean, as long as the power is not too busted, if you have the 115, 130, defensive core, that's crazy with a no status. All right. SF Paul, close it out, then we'll watch that game.
I like Terra Quack. This team's fine. B minus.
All right, B. I gave it a B, so we're gonna go B minus because fuck you, SF Paul. How about that? So in review, SF Paul, you get a B minus. Helix gets a B. Rebels C minus. Ace Jake A plus. Good job. Great draft. We love it. Don't disappoint us. Lyrics B minus. Battle Jabs A minus. Don't know why. I think we might be being fooled. Mondo C for boring. Perturbo C for sucks. Zuki D plus for sucks. J Bob A plus fanboy. Hitmonchan isn't there, but please don't prove us wrong. Smeargle A minus. That's my number 1 pick. I think this is going to be the best team. Kung Fu Panda B minus. Magnus C. Jack B. Which is super generous for where we started out. We were like, yeah, don't draft the same mod. And then we're like, oh, this is good. Ryan Time A minus, and then RoboCop B minus. Okay.